CVAT annotations actions allow you to perform bulk actions on filtered shapes. For example, you may remove two small shapes or perform mutual conversion between polygons, masks, and rectangles. This is crucially useful for use cases in various domains. In retail and inventory management, you may adjust product annotations efficiently for better inventory categorization and management. In autonomous vehicle training, you may quickly refine annotations for objects like road signs and pedestrians. In medical image analysis, it is possible to streamline the process of outlining critical features in diagnostic images, such as tumor boundaries, for more accurate medical analysis tools. For example, you work in retail and want to teach your machine learning model to track fruits, vegetables, and berries on the shelves to understand when items are running low and restocking is necessary. So you've created a task and uploaded the dataset. Let's say we've annotated large fruits and vegetables with bounding boxes but used polygons for the smaller ones because semi-automatic annotation makes it faster and easier. However, we want all items to be annotated with bounding boxes at the end. We go to the Run actions and select the Shapes Converter, Polygons to Rectangles action. And here we have it. Now all our shapes are bounding boxes. We save our work because the converted annotations by default are not saved on the server. Therefore, if you reload the page now, they will revert to their initial state. Generally, we recommend disabling auto-saving before applying annotations action to be able to review results before submitting them to the server. In this simple use case, it is not necessary but may be useful for more complex conversions, for example masks to polygons. Now, let's explore how this approach can be applied in another industry, such as the automotive sector, where datasets are annotated with masks. For example, we want all cars to be annotated with different types of shapes, let them be polygons. To do this, we first set up a filter showing that the shape conversion must be only applied to cars. Then we use the Shapes Converter to turn all masks to the polygons. We can also specify frames if needed. For example, here we want to apply action to all frames. Then we click Run. And here we have it. For the label car, all masks were converted to polygons on all frames. Now let's say we decided to remove some of the labels. For example, the label sky. We set up a filter. Go to Run actions and select Remove all filtered shapes. And done. We save our work because the converted annotations thus far are not saved on the server. Therefore, if you reload the page now, they will revert to their initial state. The next industry where we can apply the functionality is medical research. For example, we want to teach the ML model to identify pneumonia on X-rays. We've annotated lungs and diseases with polygons because this method allows for quicker and more precise annotation with semi-automatic tools, for example segment anything or another interactor or detector. However, what our ML model requires is a dataset annotated with masks. Let's tackle an even trickier task. We want pneumonia to be annotated with masks and the rest with polygons. So, how do we do it? We set up the filter. Then we go to Run actions, where we select polygons to masks in the Shape Converter section. We can also specify the frames by entering frames number starting from 0, or selecting one of the predefined options. For example, from current. And here we have it. We save our work because the converted annotations thus far are not saved on the server. And that is it for today. Like, subscribe, share. Happy annotating!